Zoom recording. Okay. All right. We're going to have to start tonight, and so much is await is planned out for tonight's meeting, and I'm super duper excited. With the level of training that will be coming our way. But before I turn it over to Madam Prisca to take us on a journey of effective and the free tools that we can use to level up our business in the social market space on the social media street tonight, there are some bombshell announcements I want to bring our way. So buckle up and let's, speed through the bombshell announcement because I can't wait to turn it over to her so we can learn a lot from her. So tonight, I really appreciate if we can, no matter how many we are on this call, if we can turn on our cameras tonight, that would be really great. Okay, if you're in a position to turn on your camera, please do. All right, we'll really, really appreciate that. It will enable us to have great conversations, great interactions with one another. Next up is our theme for the year. Our theme for this year is hold fast and stay true. You need to hold fast and stay true to yourself, to the commitment you made to yourself when you come into this business. Okay? Because you see, in this business, there are different shades to it, different dynamics to it. But the question really comes to what is your reason why to be here, right? And if you understand that, you need to hold that and keep doing what you need to do every day to move your business forward. Okay, I just want to go quickly into our schedule reminders. All right, see, from the back office, there's amazing the tool there that we could use for meetings. Let me quickly show us. Oh, this is my this thing. Okay, I don't have this thing open, but it's not going to take time. I'm just going to go to my mini mask. If you guys can see my screen, this is how I get myself super duper organized, and I don't need to dig around for anything. Everything is cascade in proper manner. Okay, so this is my Experio back office, and this is a search field. Can you guys see my Experio back office right now?
Yes, you can see.
Aha. So you just come here and just type in meeting. All right. So if you click this and you hit enter, it's going to open up. I have somebody. It's going to open up for you different Experience company-wide meetings that are coming up, right? You can even click show more events. All right. So that's one way you can get to keep abreast of all our meetings coming up. But still, in this slide to come, I will also be showing us our FML meetings and Overcomer links to the Overcomers meetings. Okay, so just sit tight and you get to see that. You see, we are constantly growing. We are breaking ground all round. You see, these are our numbers from 2023 and 10 years, Xperia clocks 10 years this year, guys. So this year is a huge milestone for us, and that is one of the reasons why it's so significant to us that we are marching to 10,000 licensed advisors, and this is on our mind. The thing is that I remember when we say a march to 3,000, and now we've accomplished that. So it means things are happening in our company, and that same thing, that same growth, that same expansion we are seeing company wide is also there for us to hang on to make success happen for us in our individual businesses. Okay. Now, in this year, 2024, Xperia is the winner of what? Financial Group we are honored with the Canadian Choice Award. This is a huge achievement, and this is something we should shout about, post it on our social media handles, rejoice about it. Let people know the company you are part of. See? All right? All right. So moving on to important updates to Canadian back office. So our back office now usually used to be $37, but now is $39. But don't worry, I have bombshell announcement coming down in this slide that is going to address that concerns for you. So sit tight All right. Experience Connect it's available on Android and iOS. Download this app so you can stay connected with all the news, all the happenings, and everything happening in our organization. All right. We have Experience Podcast. You can scan this QR code. By the way, I'm going to be sharing the PDF of these slides in our groups later on. I hope it won't be too heavy. If it's too heavy, I'll find a way, maybe put it in a drive and share the drive links. Okay. Then we have Experience Search powered by IO. You can scan this QR code to learn more about it as well. All right. I talked about meeting details when I was talking about meetings. This is our FML meetings. We have the Monday, the Wednesday. So, like, um, click on this link when I post it in the group so that you can sync it into your calendar. That way you get reminded anytime those meetings are coming up. Okay. Now on this side, you have the FML Telegram groups. You see, like information is key. This year, made up your mind to avail yourself to all the information that we have coming downstream in our organization. And one of the ways to do that is to be a part of these Telegram groups. Okay, I've shared the link to those Telegram groups severally in our group, in our team groups, but I'm going to, constantly sharing it now, maybe once a week or twice a week, so that we all stay connected. And this is Experience Google Drive. This Google Drive is like an archive where you go there, you see information, you see, Zoom background, uh, everything you need to have in your toolbox, guys, is in this Google Drive. Okay. So avail yourself to all these things. Of course, I can't speak, too much about 400-point system. We all know about it. If you're not using it, it's time to dig it out of the box and start using it. You see, even if you didn't do any activities, mark zero there. That's something. Okay. We all know about Jamie's book. You see, is available, soft copy, hard copy, and everything. Now, contest and incentives. Now, this is our new date for Experia Entrepreneurial Lounge. Okay, and here are the requirements. You see, once you recruit 3 people, or you make 7,500 in personal sales, or you do 150,000 personal investment, you qualify for Entrepreneurial Lounge. This Entrepreneurial Lounge, I love it so much. It's like a master class on the fly. You know why? Because every month Experience brings the best in our organizations, and there's no particular topic they're coming to talk about. They just come and pour themselves, like they just tell us what they are doing, and then you get the opportunity to ask them questions one on one. How good can this get, guys? So let us all strive to qualify for this entrepreneurial lounge, guys. Okay? Turn green to get green is been there and is still there. Your $150 reimbursement. You see, once you pass your license, you get that back. 10x Club, oh my God. If we do this consistently, my goodness, progress, success, everything you can think of in this organization will just be in your palm. All right? All right. Now, these are just February bombshell. All right, so I have bombshell announcement for you all tonight. And this bombshell announcement is coming down from the organization wide, from the top, from the very, very top, okay? So now, Jamie is touring US and Canada for Experience 10-year anniversary. And guys, you know what? He's coming to Edmonton. So Jamie is going to be in Edmonton April 27th. So for those of us in Edmonton, the preparation is on the top gear right now. Even tomorrow, I'm going to be meeting with Diane and Francine Cindy. We are arranging for hotels already. I'm so super excited. So, hey, Edmontonians, let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Okay, this is for us, right, guys? And bombshell number 2, in Canada, starting February 1st onwards, new unlicensed recruit gets monthly AOA fee waived for 2 months. I want to be hearing clapping, clapping, clapping. You can clap your digital hands if you're excited about all this bombshell announcement. Forget the fact that I am rushing through it because I want Prisca to have a lot of time to teach us tonight. But if you are excited, please make some good noise. So it means that when our people are saying, "Oh, this back office fee," now they have 2 months, right? That they don't have to pay anything while they are preparing for their exams. And don't worry, it gets even better. You're going to get even a better one downstream as I continue on this bombshell. Okay? Are you happy so far about this announcement?
Something like that.
Are
Exciting.
we?
Exciting.
Exciting, exactly. Exactly. So we move on to bombshell number 3. Experior just hired a new CFO. His name is Jeff Is it Whiteside? Oh, yeah. This guy, oh my God, is our new chief financial officer and chief collaboration officer right now in Experior. For those of you that have not read, Experior put out a statement about it, his achievements, where this guy is coming from. The reason Experior hired this guy is here to take Experior to another level. This guy is here to work for us, the Experior shareholders, because he's coming to negotiate. Now Experior is going to start acquiring all these smaller MPAs to make Experior heavy. So because when Experior say match to 10,000, it's not just recruit up to, no, we're going to be acquiring other smaller MGA alliance to make us strong and powerful. And that is why you see we are in this business at a right time. And I want to encourage everyone on this call. Do whatever you can. Become an executive director. Own shares in this country. Trust me, one day you will look back and be happy for the decision for being in this company at such a time like this. Okay, let's move on to bombshell number 4. New Canadian investment platform, OneVest. In fact, this one, by the way, there is a training on OneVest that will be happening on Friday, and I'm going to share that link, in the group for all of us to register. This is like giving us the power to present to our clients opportunities that only high net worth people have access to in the society, right? So it's like a twist of, let me not even talk too much. Guys, let's get ready to be on that training on Friday. That's all I can tell you. Don't miss it for anything, please. Okay? Now, let's move on to bombshell number 5. Now, Experior have made qualifying for promotions, for ring earner to own shares. Everything now is getting easier and easier in Experior. So we have new qualifying this thing now. So go to the back office and check out the details. All right, moving on to bombshell number 6. New senior level qualifications get easier. Again, that's what I just mentioned, especially for senior executive directors, for us that are aspiring to be SED, because that's my goal. Before the end of this year, I want to become SED. Okay, so that's, again, there's a new qualification. And bombshell number 7, Experior is now in Puerto Rico. So it means I can be in Canada now, do business in Canada, do my business in US, and also do my business in Puerto Rico. Guys, oh, are you guys hearing this? Yeah, so exciting.
Interesting.
Bombshell number 8. We are going on company trip to Jamaica. I've never been to Jamaica, so I'm looking forward to this. Now, what do you need to do to qualify? Go to the back office and check out the detailed qualifying this thing. All right. And also, not only this one, Jamaica is Experience trip. Now, FML trip. FML is organizing a trip for us as well. All right. Detail for FML trip is coming up very, very shortly. All right. So now, back office tip of the week. That's what I just showed you guys earlier. You go to your back office, just type meetings, and then you are going to see all the Xperia upcoming meetings. Okay? Now, this is the exciting one, and I'm sure a lot of you in our team will be excited for it because oftentimes people ask me, okay, Joy, this back office fee that we are paying even before we get licensed, yes, Xperia have extended to 2 months, but you and I know that it's not everybody that pass it in 2 months, right? So a lot of people may not get passed in 2 months. But what happens after 2 months? Now, here is our team strategy for you within our team, right? Now, if anybody just book 5 appointments. Okay, you book the appointment, bring the people to the meeting. You will be there while I present to them. Okay, once we do 5 appointments, like 5 meetings. Okay, not you book 5 appointments. Those, like for example, how many people are on the call right now? So let me just say, Prisca, can I choose you as an example?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so now, Prisca, you are the one. Let's say you go out there, you book appointments with prospect one, prospect two, prospect three, prospect four, prospect five, right? And then in that meeting, you will be in that meeting because that's how you watch and learn, right? And then your prospect that you've invited, they attended the meeting. Once we do 5 meetings, it doesn't matter if they buy anything or not, you are getting $50 cash from me. This one is not gift card. Why am I making it cash? I'll email transfer that money to you because this will help you with your back office fee. So imagine if you do 5 appointments in that month, whether they buy or not, you are getting that $50. But it's not that you book the appointment and say, oh, Easy Joy, I have booked this person. I'm not available. Go ahead. No, you have to be in that meeting because I want you to work, watch, and learn.
In other words, it's
Okay?
5 field trainings, right?
Yes. And then you get this 5 field training. They buy or not. I will talk about if they buy, but I'm telling you, just by having that 5 meetings, you get $50 cash. Okay. And if you recruit 3 people in that same month, you also get $50 cash. Okay. So if you book 5 appointments and you recruit 3 people, that's how much?
Hello? What did you say?
If you now book 5 appointments
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time you recruit 3 people, that's how much?
Yeah, that's $100.
That's it. So will you now worry about back office again?
No, and you're
Uh-huh.
growing your team in the same
And
process.
you are growing your team at the same time, exactly. So I thought to put this together to encourage us, to get us to rise up, wake up, and be excited about this business opportunity that we have in our hands. Now, here is my Calendly link, okay? So you don't need to call me, oh, Edie Joy, when are you available? No, just go to my Calendly and just book because once you book, it prompts me, okay? Mm-hmm. And one tip I want to give us is the fact that when you are booking, for example, Prisca is inviting Ebere for a meeting. So Prisca, you collect Ebere's email address so that when you are booking, you put her email address. That way, she will get the meeting link, the Zoom link, everything during that booking process. Okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, more sales and promotion announcements and incentives to be announced next week. So next week, I will announce what you will get. Let's say we have these 5 meetings in a month, and then we make sales. What is going to be coming to you? I'll announce that next week. Okay. So let's get to work, right? Let's get to work, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so fired up. Our convention is in July, and I want to want at least 5 people to become executive directors by July. 5 people to become executive directors by July. 2 people that will make 100,000 in income by July.
Meno.
So let's get to work. Let's get to work. All right. So I'm going to stop here now, and I'm going to turn it to this amazing woman that there's so much I could say about her, but because of time, I'm just going to turn it over to her because she's going to teach us on, effective, not just effective, but free tools that we can use to achieve our social media marketing. She's going to like downplay it to us to a baby level. You understand? Where even my grandmother that was born in non-technology age can pick up these strategies and will start posting first thing tomorrow morning and start changing her WhatsApp status right away. So without further ado, ladies and do we have gentlemen here? Please join me to welcome Madam Prisca.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh God, I wish my video is on, but I promise you from next week my face will start showing because
Okay.
Apple has asked me to bring the laptop to troubleshoot.
Oh,
And
that's good.
yeah. So thank you so much, Madam Joy, for those mouth-watering incentives. And I'm very excited about it. I was going to ask what's the meaning of FML. FML. I don't.
FML means free more life.
Okay, so it's an insurance product as well, right? Or
No, no, it's not an insurance product. It's a name that Frank Morrow and Laval, they are those three that forms the FML. So the real business trade name is Free More Lives, but at the same time, it stands for the first letter of their three names.
oh, okay.
That is Frank Morrow Laval.
Okay.
Free More Lives.
Okay. All right. Well, that's by the way. Thank you so much. Good evening. We are a very small team. My name is Prisca, and in my province here, we are, crawling to midnight already. And I just want to talk briefly on, it's not going to be in depth, but I just want to talk about our mindset when it comes to the use of social media. So as it is right now, it has become imperative that we almost use social media because that is the street at where we hawk our product now, whether we like it or not. The world has become global. So we can't even discount that fact that door-to-door marketing, as effective as that is, social media is a place where we can control the perception about ourselves and our business if we really put our hearts to it. So we first and foremost is to first of all accept the fact that it has come to stay, and we do not have a choice than to adapt because we cannot become dinosaurs. If we don't adapt, then we'll be leaving money on the table. You have seen it in so many ways that social media, and the perception that social media has, we can't even begin to quantify it. We've seen it across platforms such as these comedy skits. We've seen it in sales. We've seen it in various ways. We all saw what Hilda Bassi did recently, and this was powered by social media, which all of us have access to it. Yes, we all know that social media also have different degrees of coming into it, of operations. But let's use the free tools first. Then as we grow, we can start adding on. Because if we do not do that, then we would keep waiting to have this. When we have this particular ring light, we want to have the higher one. We want to have this, we want to have that before we start. But if you get to see the YouTube, for example, of some very great YouTubers today, if you go and see their old videos, you see where they are coming from poor lighting to very basic tools. But as they grow, they start adding up and getting better at it. In fact, in the walls of in the streets of social media, we get better each day. But one thing is, whatever we share on social media has the capacity to get to a lot of people. Even though we can, use money to engage our people, use money to boost our post. Let's even just start with the basic first so that we can take the baby steps and build the grits and build confidence as we go. So, what is the social media? What are the platforms that's we can use in relation to our product that we market, which is a service-based product? Most of it, the most important right now is the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Then, of course, for email marketing, we have shoutout.wix, which I'll talk about shortly. So of course, then AI has also helped us to be able to create the kind of content that we are able to post daily or weekly, as the case may be. I would suggest daily. So we have to now build the know, like, and trust factor, because that's one of the biggest thing we need to achieve when it comes to social media. People, especially when you're selling high ticket product like what we are selling, which is a trust-based product, you have to build your know, like, and trust factor. And how do we achieve that? Honestly speaking, the most important aspect of social media is the video and the live and going live on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and even LinkedIn these days. So if I will first of all start saying that it's kind of difficult for us to put ourselves out there, to have faces on social media to talk about it, but that's one of the wildest way of reaching a lot of people, because Facebook itself is encouraging people to go live. That's why when you click on the live button on Facebook, it's start notifying everybody that so person has gone live. Then you see people want to join your live video. And even if it's just one person that joins your live video, as at when you finish your live video, tomorrow you come, you will see that the number of views have increased. And once you start putting yourself out there, people begin to know you, to like you, and to trust you. When you're selling service-based, like my background is in real estate, many people will buy from you after they have started knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. And that's what social media does. That's what videos does for you, because people want to see you. They want to put a face to who is selling the product. But then, even if it is not very easy to go live first, because we are going to have someone to come and teach us about live video, we are still trying to contact him to see the time that will be okay for us, and also to make the publicity to make it worth his while. But I just want to, from my experience, tell us, like, when I did a bit of live going live, I wasn't caring whether my phone was anyhow in the bushes on the street. I just go live. I see that most of my clients that are people I never knew from anywhere only got to me because I was going live. So you don't even know who is watching. So they are watching you because you are there building your know, like, and trust factor. And that's what you can actually get from the cold market. But if you're going for only the people that know you, yeah, you can go with text. But for the purpose of this particular training today, while you're having it in your mind that you have to start building, and this thing I'm also telling myself, we have to start building the courage to go live, because nobody's actually going to hit you from the other side of the video. And we should start, start priming ourselves that we have something to offer. Because sometimes, I'm sure you must have seen it when you go live or when you go on social media, you see people saying things, and people are glued to their screens watching what they are saying. I'm sure you have seen it sometimes where you be wondering, what's this person talking about? But it doesn't matter. The person is confidently talking rubbish and people are following it. So then you that has all this awesomeness to offer is hiding and feeling insecure. That is what is wrong with all of us. With the feeling of insecurity, the feeling of the imposter syndrome. that is making you feel like you're not qualified. So first and foremost, we need to use that. We need to come off that particular mindset first. By the time we get that off, then we are able to start with baby steps. Just 10 minutes is fine. The algorithm will favor you and even broadcast your video to places that you do not even know existed. Then the people will be watching. But when you are now consistent, before you know, people start looking forward to it. It doesn't matter if you go live and only one person or nobody's even come on your live video. And sometimes you can always share the link or tell your community, in this case, our team, for instance, even your friends and family, that I'm going to be going live by 4 o'clock tomorrow, and I want you to be there. Come and encourage me. They come. But the people that will actually watch your live video, because you are going to be talking about that you are going to be greeting people, telling them that good evening or good afternoon if you're playing as a if you are watching as a replay, or if you are here live, your message is there and it is there, and you can repurpose it for so many other platforms. So that's one of those things I know that is easy, because even without boosting it, Facebook itself will help you to boost it. And of course, you can connect it to your YouTube and Instagram if you so wish. So this one of the tools that all of us should start, taking our mental gym to the mental muscle to the gym, so that we're able to get off this fear. That's for people that will say, okay, for those of us that I know we can talk about it. I know that there are some professions that you may not want to talk, you may not be permitted to be out to talk about certain things, but then that's for that. Then, of course, the Facebook text. So for the sake of this training, I'm going to, for this discussion really, I'm going to say that the most important thing is action. Whatever action we are taking, let it just be that we are doing something. So if we cannot do video, do text. You can do text to audio. You can read your text and record your sound. You can do voice over your flyers and post it. Then you can do just text. Canva.com is a free tool for everybody. Yes, there's a paid version, but the free one is good enough for everybody. So you can go on Canva, write your content and place it. And if you like, you just place one and post it on with a short message on Facebook and on all other platforms, or create a carousel where if the text is too long, you create a carousel that it will scroll from left to right, so that people when it is catchy in a floral flyer, people want to stay and read it. And if you're writing your text on any of these platforms, ensure you are giving a lot of gaps. People don't want to read. The attention span is very, very small these days. So if I'm writing my text for any platform, I'm ensuring that I'm giving gaps. I'm giving paragraphs, writing in lines. So after 2 lines, I'm giving it like space. People just want to look at it and be able to run through it. Nobody is reading cramped texts, So, and we are all in contention for the minimum attention on social media these days. Everybody is dragging attention. So the best ways is to find the best strategies to share your content that people want to read. When you start sharing, you will notice that only one person read, 2 person read. Let's not be discouraged, because when somebody now wants to, to check your credibility, they go way back to see what you've been sharing on your LinkedIn, on all your social media. In fact, these days, if you even go on, I don't know about Canada, but from Nigeria, if you go on recruitment, your Facebook your social media handle is also requested, because people want to see who you are, how you are. They want to think, because it's about perception. They want to perceive you. They want to see what's your perception looks like in the eye of the public, if you are good for their brand or their representation. Many people does that these days. Are you Googleable? That's another thing. There's no profession you belong to that people don't Google you. So if they just mention your name, I think once in a while, take your name and Google yourself and see what comes out. So because if you Google yourself today, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, everything comes out. But what are people seeing? So now, when you are in business, you start thinking about how you are perceived. So there are so many kind of post that you don't engage yourself again, because you know that you want a particular kind of perception of you. Because like my former boss will always say people will see you physically or see what you look like before they will know you and know whether they can trust you. But what is the first perception? He will say that dress well, because it's only God that sees the heart. Human sees the physical. So the person will first of all like you before they will not give you the chance to know whether they want to trust you or they want to listen to you or to even see the content of you, the content you have that you're sharing. So in that regard too, our social media is our storefront. You want to make it nice. You don't just post anything. You don't allow your Facebook to you set your Facebook that people are not able to tag you on many things. For me, I have like more than 3,000 people waiting to be accepted into my Facebook space. I don't just accept anybody, because once you send a friend request, I want to check you out. I want to look at it. In your page, is your page even tidy enough that you control what comes on? Like if you tag me today, if I look at it, if it's what's sharing, I allow it to be shared. If not, it remains on that tag. Nobody sees it. But there are some people, you see that many people are tagging them with all sorts of junks, and it keeps going because they did not set up anything to prevent that. Because if you have a lot of junk on your social media, it will overshadow the important message you're trying to pass. So I want to first of all, because for the sake of this particular discussion today, is for us to go and do an audit of our social media handles. So right now, we are not just going to be on social media for the sake of being on social media anymore. We are going to be more purposeful. We are going to ensure that we have a catchy caption about our social media. We are going to talk about what we do in whichever language you want to give, like an elevator speech to explain in 30 words what you do. Then, of course, your headshots is also important, that you put something that a bit more professional, because in this business, it's a personal. I've come to realize that it is a personal branding business. So we have to brand ourselves as the people that if I come to talk to me, will I buy from me? You understand? If I see me on social media, would I want to listen to me? Those are the things those are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. Then, of course, if you know that you have a Facebook that is for family, friends, and a general group, then we can open a Facebook page. Let me see if I can get to my Facebook. I have pages for different things, so you can open a Facebook page for your professional business, for your friends, for different groups. Maybe you are a group leader in something. You can have different page for different things. Grace here, understand what I'm saying. She has a page for her glamour cake. She's a baker. She does a lot of things. She's also a musician. You understand? So she has pages for different things. So all of us have to come together. In fact, when we just started Xperia in November, Grace made some very, very interesting videos. Like, she even needs to tell us, she confidently make videos and she's sharing. She doesn't mind going live. These are things that we all need to do. So our social media has to be tidy. So I just want to use today to say that let's all go back and tidy up our social media. While I share with us, just like something we can start doing, but we can start doing from tomorrow by sharing. Permit me to share my screen.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so so I want to get to okay. Now looking at weeks, please, for today, I will say we should just go and just sign up with wix.com. This is a free email marketing site that we can also use. Let me move this, but that's not what I want to talk about right now. Facebook. So, sorry, not Facebook. I wanted to share with you what I came up with in
Okay.
like a content creation that we can I was just playing with the ChatGPT right now. A lot of us use ChatGPT, but we do not give it the kind of prompt that it deserves to. So I want to hide this control. Okay, now I'm there. So we don't give it the kind of okay, so for instance, okay, look at this question I just asked ChatGPT today, this evening, just before this class. So I said, can you see my screen, everybody? So I said, I am an insurance agent. Prepare a 30 days content to post across social media to build my know, like, and trust factor, and also to get clients. So now, even ChatGPT understands that you need to start by introducing yourself. Let me give an example. When I started real estate, I was looking for the best way to break into the market. After creating, because I started with WhatsApp group, which I'm also WhatsApp broadcast, which I'm also going to like talk about today. It's very important that you have a means where you are able to disseminate information easily to a lot of people at the same time without them thinking that you're sending junk. But that's also done when you have to make a bit of interaction so that your messages, the algorithm will support your message. But if you have not been talking to me and just put me on a WhatsApp broadcast list and I just see your message, for instance, I may not be very excited about it, but if you, then also the algorithm knows the same thing. So you see what this thing said when I just tried this thing this evening. It says on day one, it gives you day to day how to plan the content so that you don't crack your brain too much what to do. On day one, share a
Prisca,
post introducing
can you
yourself.
scroll up? I need to take a picture of that prompt you put in the chat GPT.
Okay.
And
So,
I encourage
okay, for
everybody.
ChatGPT, anything you want to do in ChatGPT, how you want to be perceived, it will give you a content on how you want to be perceived. So let's not, when you're asking ChatGPT a question, don't ask as if don't keep it open-ended. In fact, this is not even a very great prompt, but look at how the prompt is. So you're able to you ask in a way that that is a bit more personal to you. So you look at how I asked it. I said, I am an insurance agent. Prepare a 30-day content to post across social media to build my know, like, and trust factor, and also to get clients. So you see, ChatGPT said, absolutely. Building the know, like, and trust factor is crucial in this insurance industry. So on week one, it says to know. So that means you're using 1 week, a whole week to build your introduction, share a post introducing yourself, your passion for insurance, and a fun fact about you. You understand? So then he goes to tell you what to do on week 2, on day 2, on day 3. Like when I started real estate, for example, what I did. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we are hearing you
Okay, all
loud
right. I
and
thought
clear.
it has taken me off. So what I did was I made a short video of a headshot video because people relate with you. I will also share my video that I'm doing for this field training that ED here is trying to do for us because people want to listen to you. I don't have much people I know here in Canada yet, but I intend to make a 1-minute video telling you that I need you to help me, that I have a mandate. I just started this insurance business, and part of my certification criteria, part of my licensing criteria is to ensure I host 20 I need to job shadow my ED to have 20 meetings. So please give me a time, just to say something. So those are the kind of message I did. I had a very lovely caption of a message and the video. I shared it with people that I am now in real estate. So you need to also find a very creative way to introduce yourself in the industry. Those are for those of us that are new. Then share a fantastic, interesting a statistic or interesting facts about the insurance industry to showcase your knowledge. Then you start build behind the scenes, create testimonials, educational infographic. Then we have to start getting interested in Canva, in how to portray ourselves. But anyway, people want to just join what you do just by how you do it, in your special effect that you bring to it. So then week 2, you start looking for personal story. All of us, even if we don't have story in this business, when you don't have story, you borrow story. You borrow other people's story until you are able to have your own encounters or your own stories. So you borrow story, talk about people's story, share people's story, people's what people have achieved and
People's
gained.
achievements, yeah.
Yeah, so people's other achievements. And that's why training is important in this business. So now community involvement. So you start getting highlights and community involvement. And these are things you can tweak according to your own, how it affects you directly. When ChatGPT gives you example, there are some that will jump at you that you say, yeah, this thing resonates with me. So you pick those ones and modify, so that's how it is. Then I didn't just stop there. So I said, no, I wasn't like interested. I said another one, I said, please write a 30 days content sales copy with about 50 to 70 words. I am a new agent. So now I'm giving ChatGPT more, I'm giving ChatGPT more prompts to specifically make it to suit me. So the one, he said, excited to join the insurance world. I am here to simplify the complex, making insurance personal and accessible. You can you can copy this thing and give it to it and say, develop on it. Then you can copy it and put it on. This serves as a caption, for instance, if you want to make a video, then you can take this particular caption and tell it to modify it into 100 words. Then we can carry it and read this verbatim on recording our voice on top of our flyers. And these are very easy. These are something we can do over social media, over caption, over there are some people that are just selling just by making video of the snow. They start making words on it, right? That your face is not there. They just make video of the street lights. Then there are short videos you can download for free that you can talk over it and share, until we start building that confidence to put ourselves out there. So what I'm saying in essence is that if ChatGPT or whichever AI you're using creates for you a content for over a period of time, when you look at it, somehow you will just see something that resonates with you that you can now build upon and expand and talk about stories. There are so many places. In fact, there are so many people, a few people that are doing that into financial advisory that we are doing on TikTok, that you see a lot of content that they have put out so that you can take and repurpose to fit your own personality. So it all depends on, what is looking for you. I mean, what we are looking for is actually looking for us. It's just for us to be available for it. So this, I'm telling you, is for all of us to come together and hold ourselves accountable, to start becoming a little more bolder, to start sharing on across the social media. So if we come and say, okay, this 1 hour, we are going to use it to share whatever you share on Facebook, you can share on Instagram, you can share on TikTok, you can repurpose it. Then for the sake of this particular one, for those of us that have contact here in Canada or across America or Puerto Rico now, we can take some time and do a broadcast list. Broadcast list, in my experience, is one of, as simple as it appears, and as it appears, it has given me a lot of business. There was a time in my business, I was sharing this broadcast list. And at the end of my broadcast, I always say, kindly share to your friends and associates. So do you know, my very, very best real estate client up to today was gotten from broadcast list, and not the person I broadcasted to. So I broadcasted to this particular person who I met in one networking, not even networking, it was a training, a free training. So when I started doing my broadcast, and my broadcast goes out the same time every Tuesday and Thursday. Every Tuesday and Thursday, the same time my broadcast goes out. So this person was seeing my broadcast. He helped me to reshare the broadcast. I was talking about the particular product. And these clients called me and he was so much in a hurry to buy the product. He bought and bought and bought different estates, and for like 2 years, until like I think it was the second year or the third year, I went to visit in one of his documents, and he was not like, Prisca, where did I even know you from? I said, this question, actually, I've been waiting for it. I do not know. And he now gave me his phone and showed me a group and asked me to if I know the group. I said I don't belong to the group. But thankfully, it was just like 20-something people in that WhatsApp group. And I scrolled, then I recognized one person. So you know Mr. Christian too? And he was like, hey, this is the man that shared that your broadcast to this our group that I called you from. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, wow. And this man has never bought from me. It was after like 3 years, that man now later bought just one estate from me, one house from me. Do you understand? So now you see that it was then I even had to call that one. I'm like, look at me and this man, we have done this business, done this business. He was like, come and give my cut to and all that. But you see what he did for me? He shared my broadcast, because I always say, kindly rebroadcast to your friends and associates. So he did. And another one again that surprised me was, after like 3 years, at some point I became lazy. I started using other tools. I wasn't as consistent as I was in my broadcast anymore. And a particular client came and said, not even a client at that time, was like, Prisca, are you no longer doing real estate? I've not been seeing your broadcast. I'm like, so you've been seeing my broadcast all this while and you have never even responded once. So you see, in these businesses, we are not selling shoes and bags. We are not selling bread and butter. So you are selling relationship. We are supposed to build that relationship over time. And after a while, they start maturing at different intervals. There are some people you talk to today, they buy from you today. But there are some that they want to start watching you first. They want to start seeing your credibility. They are looking at you. They are studying. They are watching. Don't ever discount those people, because those people, eventually, when they trust you enough to buy or do business with you, they are your best cheerleaders. They'll start telling everybody about, even without you telling them, they'll start telling everybody, have you done this thing? I've seen my client they'll just take me to somebody and say, come and meet my realtor. She's this, she's that, she's that. And it makes me feel so good. But these are people that you do not know before, that they have been watching you. They have been watching. They have been watching. So let's be comfortable. Because this I'm telling you, I'm telling myself, because I've not been comfortable. All of a sudden, I started having imposter syndrome. I've not been comfortable to share my business about myself online anymore. But we cannot keep leaving money on the table, and we cannot play small. So this particular time, let's use the opportunity. When you go on Instagram, be more specific in your search. You will see a lot of agents doing the most to ensure that they build a lifestyle that people want to, accept. So let's start using these tools that are there out for free. Then as we start getting traction, then we start learning about money, about boosting it with $10, $20. But let's first and foremost use the low-hanging fruits. Because I know that, like me, I would say I don't have this particular camera. Oh, until I buy iPhone 15. Oh, until I do this, until I do this, until I do that. When we start doing that, we keep stalling. We keep stalling. So I want to tell us that there's a lot on the social media streets, and we cannot afford not to take our share from it. You will not be happy to see that mediocres are coming and they are doing big things. In the front, you may even get negative content, but that's where we now need to build our mental strength, so that as we get people, before you know it, those people that are looking at you, some people I think one of my mentors would say, some people that are criticizing you, they cannot do what you do. So the fact that you're able to bring yourself to do it, they're already feeling jealous. The fact that you're able to come up and bring yourself out there, look at what Portable is doing. He's someone that people like to hate. But today, they don't have a choice. They have accepted him like that. He has been able to choke himself down people's throats. The same thing with our popular Bobrisky. He has been able to shove himself down our throats. So this is what the social media does. So we should be aware of this perfectionist issue mentality, because that's what is actually driving us to hide on behind it. Let's make our mistake there. In fact, people want to see your vulnerability. When you're vulnerable, people want to, because you are human, you're not ChatGPT, you are not, even ChatGPT itself is not even 100% perfect. So we are not ChatGPT. Let's try and bring ourselves out there. So I think our task for this week is to, first of all, go and edit our social media. Let's be more intentional. Let's look at our Facebook, our Instagram and TikTok. Remove what you think needs to be removed. Do an overhaul. Do a sanitation on it. Then let's start and just start posting something. Just little awareness for now. But another thing we can do even before you go to bed now is to create a broadcast list. That thing is very powerful. So before you share a message on the broadcast list, because if you want your messages to drop, you must ensure that you have an interaction with all the people on your broadcast list. And if you don't know how to do a broadcast list, you can ask them. We'll just give you a direction for both Android and iOS. So it is very powerful, because there are so many, but when you start going through your broadcast list, what it does is you will now be thinking, oh, so I even have this person's number. Hey, because there are so many people in your contact that you haven't been interacting with, not because you do not want to interact with them, but because you have forgotten the vicissitude of life has also make us not to even interact with some certain persons. So, but you just keep putting them. Then that also helps you to filter who you are talking to. For instance, if I used to tell my team people in real estate, I would say, when you are doing your broadcast list, you already know that I'm not going to put my great grandmother inside the list. So you already know the people you won't put in the list. But also even with that, don't also over discount some people, because you don't know who they will bring to you. I've seen lots of people that I've gotten from referral. Referral has even become more than the people I know directly. So let's create that broadcast list. Then before you now engage on that broadcast, just go and say hello. Make a small interaction. That way, Mark Zuckerberg will see that you have done an interaction, that he allows your message to drop. If not, they will not see your message. Before Facebook bought over WhatsApp, you can do that and the messages drops. That broadcast list, of course, as you already know, is 256 people. So create that broadcast list. And that is also very important for those of you already in Canada. You must have known a bit of people here. And let's not also limit the business to just your Nigerian people. If you have already made friends with people, add all of them. Then, of course, you're not just going to sell to them immediately. You start doing that first by introducing yourself, and you come small. And you can now decide, okay, I'm going to do the broadcast you give it some time, maybe like consistently, every so time and so time. At least 2 or 3 times a week, you're sharing something. You're sharing information. It could be video, it could be short message. Keep it short and simple, So keep it short, simple, and sweet. What is that again? KISS. Keep it short and simple. KISS. So that is the acronym. So let's try and start engaging. When we engage, honestly speaking, let's do our parts. Then God, the universe will bring it. You see that you have done your own part, and it will start aligning things to your favor. So I think at this point, I'll leave it open for questions. Then
I have
can go
questions.
back to. Thank
I
you
have
very
questions.
much.
Wow. Please, can we just put our hands together for Madam Prisca? If you know you've learned something, if you know that what you have learned tonight is going to be a game changer in your business, unmute yourself and say thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prisca. Well, the broadcast list, I don't even know how to do it. So if you can help us.
What's your phone?
Android.
Okay, for Android. Let me hold on. Let me take my husband's phone. I'm not you people, Android people.
Okay. So while you're getting his phone, I also have questions. The list of 256. So now, is it for one broadcast? Can I have maybe another multiple broadcast, even if I've
Yeah, I
exhausted
think
my.
Grace can help us with that because she uses Android as well, but I
Okay.
think it's pretty much the same thing. So first and foremost, go to settings. Let me see what you see, and let me see what you see first.
Yeah, go to your WhatsApp and go to settings.
Okay, from WhatsApp.
Yeah, go to your
Yeah.
WhatsApp. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has to click on new broadcast.
Okay.
Mm.
You go to settings, click on new broadcast. You can add all the names you want.
So when you go to settings, ensure that you have some time in your hands when you do it, because it's always easier to sit down painstakingly go through your contacts, and be picking them one after the other. You trust me, there are some people you thinking, who is this person? Say, oh, I don't know if you are like me. I have a lot of contacts that I do not know. Sometimes I used to forget where I know them from. Then you start adding them. So it's easier to add everybody at least at once. When the 256 is complete, you make a mental note or you write it down because it's alphabetical, so that you now know where you are starting the next. But I think it's even more than 256 now with the extension that they have done on WhatsApp.
Okay,
But
so how do you add the new brokers? How do
have
you?
you attempted it? New
No.
broadcast list. If you click on it, it will
Yes,
now
yes,
bring out all your
I've
contacts.
clicked it. Yeah, all my
So are you
contacts,
seeing
yeah.
the check mark, check buttons? Have you
Yes,
not?
yes, I have. Yeah.
So you just to be clicking on it, clicking until you are satisfied, until you do the full, until you finish whatever number you want to put. Then you now.
Okay, I'll just be adding everybody, or I have to select the
No,
people
yeah,
I
the
need.
one. See, for instance, you will not add your child now if your 13-year-old, for instance, is
Oh, okay.
have phone. You know the people you want to add, especially people in Canada, because this product is for people in Canada and US and the people that. So you add the people that you feel will be of that one now is you now that will decide. That's why I said that it's good to settle down, sit down. For instance, if you want to create your group of friends, if you want to start a female group, for instance, you know it's a female, your female friends you want to create. So you can't add everybody. So you add the female or the ladies that you want to add. So that's just the same thing with this. So this is going to be like your prospect, you can call it prospect. Like me, I have like prospect list 1. I'm not talking about insurance, I'm pretty new here, but I have prospect list 1, prospect list 2, prospect list 3, like that. So when I'm sending like a Monday morning motivation to them, for instance, everybody gets it. But some people will be asking me, I have not been seeing your affirmation, because I usually do like affirmation, but then my assistant used to do it for me. So she don't help me create it on Canva, and I'll just do a beautiful affirmation and share it every Monday. So everybody gets it, and they will say, I'm not being, when they didn't see it, they say, I say, so you'll be seeing it, and you cannot even say, acknowledge it. So just know that people are
Yeah.
watching.
People are watching.
People are watching you, whatever you do on the street, also people are watching. So
Yeah.
you just do your part, and just allow your ingenuity or your greatness to just, your awesomeness to just land in the appropriate places. So I don't know if
So
there's.
after adding them, I will just click the check.
Yes. After adding them, you now you do. I think
Push
the
the.
question you see is
I think
create.
it's automatic. Yeah. Once you've done,
When you
yeah,
are done,
I don't think it doesn't prompt you to save. It's just automatic, I believe, from my
then
experience. I just
yeah. So
learned
when you
something like that.
create, you now go back, and if you go back to your broadcast,
And you name
you will
it.
see you just see list. So you are the one that will now rename it to the name that you want. From the default name will just be list 1 or something. So you just go and rename it to whatever you want to name it to, so that then the people on the list, this is my own personal advice. I advise that you go and interact with them
First.
first, to increase your reach. When you interact with them, even if it's also hello, it's been a while, Next person, you do it again. You know, one-to-one message will deliver. But broadcast, if you haven't interacted with them for so long, it will show you that it has gone, but it will not drop, it will be hanging. That's just one thing
Oh, I
it will
see.
be hanging. But this helps you to share your message to 256 people at once or less. It doesn't have to be up to 256 people, you know. So it helps you to share, like this meeting now, you can have two lists. One, prospects for client, then prospects for if you are interested in building your team. So
Yeah.
the people that you feel want to do the business, you share it to them. If like this meeting that is about to start now, you drop it. BTA on Saturday, they will say invite people. You drop it there. This is it. We are about to start. We are about to go live. We are about to do this. You just put it there. Everybody gets it at once. You know. So we are live. You know, you keep reminding them. So 256 people or less or more, whatever, is getting it at once. So and they are seeing your message. You know, the first time, don't expect that anybody will just jump at you to come and yes, but you
Yeah.
can actually, because I've been able to start talk to somebody today, and the person still buy your high ticket product because the person may just be at a verge of thinking of his
Yeah.
life, and you just happen to just be the angel at that point.
The right place at the right time.
Exactly. So we need to start, you know, showing up a little more.
Showing up. Ooh, wow. Interesting. Thank you so much, Prisca. This is huge. Hey guys, unmute yourself. What is going to hold you back? What is it? Which of Elizabeth do we have here? Is it Okonji?
Yes.
Oh, madam, good to see you. Or good to hear your voice, as you say.
Thank
So,
you.
what else are we talking about tonight? There's not much to say again, rather than let's get to work, right? You guys unmute yourself now. Talk to me. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. So before we go, I want us to make a quick input on what we should learn next week. You know, this is huge. Left for me alone, I would love us to like dive in more. Let's evaluate what we've learned with today's and then have, Madam Prisca, put an icing on the cake for us next week. But what else do you guys think of? Should we go deeper with this next week, or we should move to investment because since RRSP season and tax season is here? What do you guys think?
So good evening, Sister Joy, and good evening, everybody. First of all, I
Good
really
evening.
want to thank the person that spoke, Prisca.
Her name is
Really,
Madam Prisca, yes.
Madam
That is
Prisca,
fine.
yes.
Prisca,
I
please.
really, really,
I like just Prisca. Thank you.
I really, really want to thank her for, telling us and teaching and taking her time to share, what she has used that has helped her. And I really want to appreciate her. She really spoke from her heart. And I thank you so much for that. And with regards to what we are going to learn next week, just keep giving us the success nuggets and also telling us how to apply it. Like I like how she, explained to us, and she also told us, like you normally do, Sister Joy, you do that too. You kind of tell us, okay, this is what you do, and you break it down so that it's not too complicated. So whatever you think we will learn, if it's RSP, if it's RESP, sorry, and if it is RRSP, or if it's what we are doing now, as long as it's broken down that we can be able to take some actions from it, I'm open to it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So who else wants to say something? What's your thought? Or should we do half and half? Like first 30 minutes we hone in on what we've learned today, take some feedback, what we've done with what we've learned today, and any questions regarding that, we use half an hour to address that. And then I would really like us to talk about especially RRSP because the season is here and very soon that door of opportunity will close so that we'll know exactly how to help people if that comes up anywhere we go. How about that?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Madam Grace, I want you
I
to
think
tell us.
that
We want to hear your voice. So we want to hear how you do the magic of videos.
I was just listening to everything. Thank you, Prisca, for this session. Honestly, I don't know how it happened, Sha, but as you were talking about this broadcast, how you can navigate some things with this broadcast, I just remembered, sorry to say this anyway, a few years back when I started my cake business, something just ignited my whole life. Like, I need to change my business, and I did these broadcast messages. Honestly, I made money, I won't lie, from a business that was just zero. So this broadcast is something we all have to use. I don't know, but if we can, we'll see a change in everything. Thank you, Prisca, for even reminding me, because at some point I'd already taken it off my mind. As you were talking, I was creating the group again. Like, I need to start up something. I
That's
know how
super.
much it means. I paid for my Montessori training through getting clients from this broadcast, and I paid in pounds. It's not small money. So I wish we could all, for this week, now that Prisca has told us this, if we can create this group and do some videos. Honestly, it will sound like a joke. You can just put out one funny thing. I created my TikTok account once I started this business. It's not like I have so much there, but few things that I've posted, people have asked me questions,
Mm-hmm.
and some became interested, like, I need to get this, I need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish we could put all these things to work. I just wish you can try, like, the broadcast for today. Just find something on Canva and just post it. You'll be shocked. People will be asking you questions. Some will do as if they don't hear, but they're actually listening.
Mm.
Reading what you are
That's
saying,
true.
you that they are not seeing it. You'll be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just ask you a question. Come, that thing you're talking about, how far? I know
Mm.
something that's reaching me for some days now. And he was saying, okay, when you people have another meeting, can you invite me? I will need to join. I need to hear this, you
See?
know. So,
Mm.
Priska, thank you so much. You know,
Please, I
yeah,
have
that
two
Thank
questions.
you.
Sorry, please, I have two questions. So this broadcast is, are you creating it? I know you mentioned, sorry, you mentioned the TikTok, but I know that Prisca mentioned the WhatsApp. So is this something we create on WhatsApp, or where exactly are we
on
creating
WhatsApp. It's on WhatsApp. I was just talking about me. I never had a
it?
TikTok
Okay,
account. I created one, and I was just sharing some little things that started having views. Even though for some time I've not been really constant. The broadcast is on WhatsApp. Just do it.
okay, on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
and
If you need content, go on Canva. Just type something. Just um importance of RRSP, or something about insurance. You just see so many things, and you can just get a clue there and start sharing something. Do you know that this can, just simple things. People will ask you questions, and from there you pick it up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's the engagement we are all looking for, because you need to keep people engaged. This,
Mm,
like, I will still reiterate that this business is a relationship-based business. It's not
definitely.
bread and butter that you just, so it's
Mm.
a bit high ticket, and the people are not seeing it immediately to collect it and start using. So it's not clothes and everything. So why would people buy? It is education. So we just almost all learn how to educate people. And like I said, you'll be surprised that even another person will refer to you, will even be your biggest client,
mm,
you know. So you never can tell where this is going to. It will just spread like wildfire. But we just have to do what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, sorry to say, another thing I've noticed, Nigerians here, we are not aware of a lot of things, especially students. If you want to get target, okay, I'm a student in school, maybe my husband is here, he's not working. I'm the student, he is the one that is supposed to work like 40 hours. Target those people with spousal open work permit. Those, those are good markets because some of them, they just need a business to do also, even as they are working. So if you are a student, are those people in your school that maybe their spouses are here, they need a job or something. Because I know those people they are good target market. We don't leave them. They need to know, even, buying insurance also. I don't know if I'm making sense. My voice is somehow today.
Yes, yeah, I think that's worth considering as well.
I was
Yeah.
talking with somebody this evening as we were on the Zoom. She said they've been here like 7 months and they've been spending naira, that they don't no job and anything. So I was asking her, I
7
said,
months. Hey.
yes, 7 months. I said, what does your husband do? She said he's a business person. I said, oh, I'm actually doing this, so I think your husband can do it. As we were in the meeting, that was what I was telling her. I was just chatting with her that I think your husband should do this. It's something, if he has not gotten a job, he can start preparing to write the exams. And she was like,
Mm.
oh, interesting. I think I'll need to hear more about it. So sometimes you don't know who you will tell that is
Yeah.
interested. And the way you package it and send it to the person, the way you pass on the message can just make another difference.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want
That's
to also
true.
use this opportunity, completely unrelated, to encourage us to attend meetings. In this business, I've come to realize that meetings are like the lifeblood of our productivity. Because when you do not go for meeting, you will just, maybe you are feeling down or busy or something, you would actually think that every other person is not going for the meeting. You know that people are doing big things. And I'm not even talking about this our team meeting alone, like company-wide meetings, the BTOs of Saturdays and Mondays and Saturdays,
Mhm.
you know. So there's no way you go and you will not be ignited and you reminded that the business is going on. By the time you hear this person say, and my this thing for this week is this, my this thing for
Mm.
this week is that, you will just see yourself encouraged, and you just because of one statement somebody makes, it will just make you remember one particular strategy or somebody that you
Especially
follow
you.
up follow up with. Ehen. Then because the fortune is actually in the follow-ups, so, and this is meetings that actually reminds us sometimes and just encourages. I always say that, I think it was Eric Worre that said that motivation, is it I don't even know, I can't remember who said that motivation is like having a bath. The fact that you had a bath today doesn't mean you won't have a bath tomorrow. So in other words, motivation expires. So you keep hearing, you keep ensuring that you stay motivated. It's important, very important that we stay motivated. If you're motivated today, it will last you for maybe a day or two, but you have to find any way that you get your motivation and excitement and enthusiasm up, because that's what attracts people to you, really.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
Manager, you will have to help us with this time difference, because sometimes we miss this training because of this plenty time for this only
Shebi,
one country. We get different
they
time.
always put the time on this thing, but now that Prisca have taught me how to do broadcast, so we're going to be use that to be blasting and blasting.
Yeah, so, and yeah, when
Hey,
you
let's
send the
get
message,
ready.
you can say we are going, just like Zoom
Yeah,
always reminds
yes,
you with 15
yes,
minutes to the time, you start telling you,
yes,
so
yes.
we need to also use
So
that.
we move, guys. Don't worry, we got you.
And yes, I'm
Alright.
excited about the incentive that you're giving us. And I want to go to Jamaica, beg.
Please,
Jamaica!
what is the incentive, Sister Joy?
I thought
Have
you were
you
going
read
to
the
show us how to
incentive?
go to Jamaica, but you didn't show us. So,
Yeah, it's in the back
Sister Joy,
office already. Now, because of time, I didn't want to
okay.
start delving
you
into
hear
that.
the incentive you are giving? Oh, please, I'm sorry, I didn't come in it.
And I will
What's the
share
incentive?
this is the meeting is recorded. I'll share it in our group, and then
No, just tell
everybody.
us now. Tell us now. Just
Because
tell
the
me now.
bombshells we share today is plenty. There are more than 10 bombshells. Okay, it was huge, so
But you can
huge.
just tell her about our team
Just know
incentive that you
the
gave us.
So
incentive now.
the team incentive is that you book 5 appointments in a month. Okay, then you get $50 cash. How do you book that? I've checked my Calendly link. So you go to my
Mhm,
Calendly, book the meeting. You have to be in the meeting. You
mhm,
book the meeting. You come to the meeting with
mhm,
your prospect, and I do
mhm,
presentation to your guests. Once you do 5 of those, you get $50. The reason I'm doing this kind of incentive is because a lot of people are getting weary about having to be paying platform fees if they are not making business. But now, if you book appointment, even though the person
mhm.
doesn't buy, but you now have opportunity to learn by booking those 5 appointments, you get $50. Now, next week, I'm going to show us the breakdown of, okay, what if we make sales in the process? What's going to happen? So the incentive for that and the promotions, I'll announce that next week. Okay. And
Okay,
then the second one also is if you recruit 3 people in a month, you also get $50.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
All
thanks, thanks,
right. Thank
thanks.
you
I
so much.
appreciate you.
Thank you,
All
Prisca. Thank
right,
you very,
thank
very much.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Grace.
everybody.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Prisca. Thank you,
Elizabeth.
Sister Joy.
Let's
Thank
get to
you.
work. Let's get
Yes.
to work.
It's
Mm,
okay to
thank you,
talk.
Okay?
We need
everyone.
to get
Thank
to
you,
work. Sister Lizzie, we need to
Prisca.
talk. We need to get to work. We need to get to work.
Yes.
Yep, yep. Let's get to
All
work.
right.
And by the
Yeah.
way, anybody that become executive director before July is getting amazing gift from me. So that one is huge. Okay, guys?
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
Okay.
I
you.
appreciate
Okay.
it.